Antigone, a tragedy written by Sophocles around 441 BCE, tells the story of a young woman who defies the laws of her city in order to honor her deceased brother. The play explores the themes of civil disobedience, the clash between divine and human law, and the consequences of pride and stubbornness. The story of Antigone begins with the aftermath of a brutal civil war in Thebes. Antigone's brothers, Eteocles and Polynices, have killed each other in battle, and their uncle Creon has ascended to the throne. Creon decides that Eteocles, who fought on the side of Thebes, will be honored with a proper burial, while Polynices, who fought against Thebes, will be left unburied, his body to rot in the open as a warning to others who would dare to betray the city. Antigone, who is both Polynices' sister and Creon's niece, is appalled by this decree. She believes that every person, regardless of their actions in life, deserves a proper burial as a fundamental right. Moreover, she feels a strong sense of duty towards her brother and is determined to give him the burial rites that he deserves. Despite the risk of severe punishment, Antigone decides to defy Creon's orders and bury Polynices herself, an act of civil disobedience that will have far-reaching consequences for herself and her family. When Creon learns that someone has buried Polynices, he is furious. He issues a decree that anyone who attempts to bury the traitor will be put to death, regardless of their familial ties. Antigone's sister, Ismene, pleads with her to obey the law and not to defy Creon, but Antigone is resolute. She believes that divine law, which dictates that all people deserve a proper burial, is far more important than the laws of men. Antigone's act of civil disobedience sets off a chain of tragic events. She is discovered in the act of burying Polynices and is brought before Creon. Despite her defiance, Antigone expresses no regret for her actions, standing by her belief that she has done what is right and just. Creon, however, is unwavering in his determination to uphold the law of the land and sentences Antigone to death. The consequences of Antigone's actions extend beyond her own fate. Her betrothed, Haman, is Creon's son, and he pleads with his father to reconsider his decision. Haman argues that the people of Thebes are sympathetic to Antigone's cause and that Creon's harsh punishment will only lead to more suffering. Creon, however, refuses to back down, leading to a bitter confrontation with his son. The chorus, a group of Theban elders who serve as a collective voice of reason throughout the play, also speaks out against Creon's inflexible stance. They warn him that his pride and stubbornness will lead to tragedy, but Creon remains unmoved. It is only after a series of devastating events, including the suicide of Haman and Creon's wife, Eurydice, that he begins to realize the folly of his actions. In the end, Creon is left to grapple with the consequences of his hubris. He has lost his son, his wife, and the respect of his people, all because of his refusal to show mercy and flexibility. As for Antigone, she meets her fate with dignity and courage, refusing to renounce her beliefs even in the face of death.